Headlines for this week include the Coulee Region Humane Society Telethon,
a UWO biology professor named Wisconsin Professor of the Year,
and Matt Salerno is here to wrap up Eagle football season. Stay tuned, WMCM's Week in Review is next.
Hello, and thanks for watching WMCM's Week in Review. I'm Colin Talbert.
And I'm Ashley Konkel. The animals of the Coulee Region Humane Society need you. This Saturday, November 22nd, the 16th annual Coulee Region Humane Society Telethon will be airing from 7 to 10 in the evening on KQEG Channel 23, Charter Channel 5, and UWL Campus Channel 6. UWL students Katie Pence and Bree Levine will be hosting along with KQEG's Rick Wilson during the 3-hour event. You will see owners of adopted pets, dog trainers, pet therapy specialists, and society advocates. The phone number to make a pledge during the telethon is 785-8379. Make sure to tune in this Saturday for a chance to give back to the animals at the Coulee Region Humane Society.
UWO biology professor Scott Cooper was recently named the 2014 Wisconsin Professor of the Year. He was honored at a ceremony today in Washington, D.C., where he was also receiving national recognition. Cooper has been at UWO for nearly 20 years and is well known for his science lab, a comfy place where coffee is brewing and students congregate. As a teacher and mentor of 100 students UWL every year, Cooper experiences the thrill of discovery every day. He says, when students start to take ownership in a project, start looking up papers, or reasons why an experiment didn't work, you know they are starting to get it. I'd compare it to a coach watching the team win, or a conductor getting the whole orchestra in tune. This is the third time in the last 4 years that a UWL professor has been named Wisconsin Professor of the Year. And now here's Katie Pence to talk about what's happening around campus.
Thanks, Colin. If you're interested in saving a life, you still have time. UWL's fraternities and sororities, along with the Leadership and Involvement Center, are sponsoring a blood drive that runs through today. The theme for the blood drive is You're Somebody's Type, Blood Type. You can donate blood through 6 p.m. tonight in Valhalla Cartwright Center. Faculty in the art department will be showing off their creative projects in the faculty biennial art exhibition that opened today. Displays will range from metalworks to comics, drawings, and ceramics. The exhibit is open through Wednesday, December 10th, during regular gallery hours. There is also a reception in which you can meet the artists, running from 4 to 6 p.m. tonight. For more information on the exhibit, you can contact the Art Department office at 608-785-8230. Are you feeling crafty? Well, head on down to the cellar tonight at 6 p.m. to create all sorts of Pinterest-inspired crafts. Available supplies will include mason jars, pin boards, valentines, and picture frames. Craft Night is part of Campus Activity Board's 1, 2, 3 Thursdays. There is no charge to attend or create any of the crafts. The Planetarium's November public program is called Stargazer. The talk will be followed by a multimedia audio-visual presentation. You can catch the show November 22nd and 29th at 1 p.m. Admission is $3 for students, seniors, and children, and $5 for others. If you'd like to know more about the program, you can contact Bob Allen at 608-785-8669. That's all the events coming up on campus. Now back to you, Colin.
Thanks, Katie. This week, the WMCM crew went to the Coulee Region Humane Society to catch up with some cats.
We're here for WMCM today at the Humane Society, where all fees for the kittens and cats adopted today will be waived. So get here right meow.
This weekend, the Coulee Region Humane Society focused on getting their furry felines into loving homes.
Today we have a fee-waived adoption event for all of our cats and kittens. So basically cats are free of charge. Kitten season stretched really long, so we definitely need lots of homes for our animals.
To get people in and cats adopted, the Humane Society made sure to make the event as accessible as possible.
We opened at 1 o'clock and we close at 5. So people need to come in today, visit with an animal, put in an application on the animal, and be approved today in order to get the free waived.
The Humane Society put on the event in the hopes that more people will be willing to adopt cats.
Cats are hard. Lots of litters, lots of stray cats in the area being brought in. I think what it comes down to is spaying and neutering. And like I said, lots of stray animals, so it's kind of hard to contain that amount. Dogs have no problems coming in and out of the shelter here. Most people want to adopt dogs. Cats are a little harder.
With the great volume of people attending the event, it appeared to be a success.
Really busy. We had a line outside the door waiting for us to open, so lots of good feedback from people. We're doing our best to meet with everyone, but I think we'll find lots of homes for our animals.
Reporting on the Cooley Region Humane Society cat adoption, this has been Tanner Costello, Evan Barrett, and Molly Prescott.
If you're interested in adopting a furry friend, please contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014. It's that time of semester again, time to register for classes. One service that UWL provides for you is academic advising. Visit the Academic Advising Center in 1140 Centennial Hall for advice on registering for classes or assistance with course planning. If you are unsure about your major, they can help you with that too, providing opportunities to explore careers and know the different degree requirements. The Academic Advising Center helps you set personal goals and make intelligent educational career and life choices to achieve your goals. To make an appointment, call 785-6950 or visit 1140 Centennial Hall for more information. The Cooley Region Humane Society has many pets in need of loving homes. Here's some animals available in this week's edition of Perfect Pets.
Each week, WMCM sends out a group of students to film some of the most precious animals of the Cooley Region Humane Society in a segment we like to call Perfect Pets. Here at the shelter, we found this guy. His name is Freckles, a male white-haired terrier mix. Freckles needs a home. Meet Lavender, a 2-year-old domestic short-hair adult. This kitty needs a home. This is Zeus, a Jack Russell Terrier of 6 years and 18 pounds. Zeus needs a home. To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
Again, the phone number for the Cooley Region Humane Society is 781-4014. UW lacrosse students whose assignment in an art class was to take intangible ideas and turn them into visual art will share their creations in an upcoming show. Minds and Manners artwork from the $3.99 Professional Practices and Problems class opens with a reception from 4 to 6 p.m. tomorrow in the Student Gallery located in 340 Center for the Arts. 8 students will present their artwork and admission is free of charge. The students describe the art as a very expressive and useful tool that can turn many directions, and that the show overall exhibits a wide variety of art media and content explored by some of UWL's talented student artists. The exhibit runs through Wednesday, December 10th. Regular gallery hours are noon to 1:30 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, and 4 to 6 p.m. Thursday and Fridays in the Center for the Arts Student Gallery, located in room 340.
Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and that means it's time to trot with the turkeys. The 20th annual Turkey Trot is being held Saturday, November 22nd at 9 in the morning. The Turkey Trot race is a popular Thanksgiving tradition and one of the largest races in the La Crosse area. This 5K course is flat, includes a section through the La Crosse Marsh Trail system, and ends on the track at the UWL's Memorial Stadium. Online registration has ended, but call 785-5282 or email turkeytrot@uwlax.edu for more information on how to join in on the trot. This week, the WMCM crew went to Riverside Park to check out this progress on this year's Rotary Lights.
Lights will be celebrating their 20th year display at Riverside Park.
My name is Darcy Marks, and I have been a volunteer for the Rotary Lights for a couple years now. I know that we just did 15 hours of volunteer work, so I'm guessing it's a pretty significant amount of time. It opens the Friday after Thanksgiving. There's a parade and then they'll come through here, and I guess they do it a couple different ways. Sometimes they hit one breaker and the whole park turns on, and other times they light it up by section, which is pretty cool too. But when people come through the park, they have the choice of either donating non-perishable food items or just paying a fee when they come through, so it's really important. It helps our community grow and donate and give back.
There are tons of events for families, such as the Rotary Lights Parade, live music entertainment, hay rides, carriage rides, live reindeer, breakfast with Santa, 5K ugly sweater run, and so much more. For more information about the Rotary Lights, you can visit their website at www.rotarylights.org. For WMCM, this has been Katie Evans and Haley Coons.
Thanks, guys. Get ready for Jeans Day tomorrow, November 21st. UWL is one of many local organizations that participates in Jeans Day each month. It's sponsored by the Lacrosse Tribune. For donating at least $1, UW faculty and staff have the opportunity to wear jeans rather than their usual business attire. Donations go to design local charities or organizations each month. The charities this month include the Lacrosse Community Thanksgiving Dinner and Rotary Lights. Locate your building contact on the Campus Connection newsletter. Contribute any amount and collect your Jeans Day sticker. It is not necessary to wear jeans to participate. In October, the campus raised $159. Let's show the community how generous we can be. For more information, contact Jeans Day Coordinator Maureen Spencer or call 608-785-8115. Each week, the WMCM crew goes out and talks to your fellow peers in a segment we call Campus Insight. This week, they ask students and faculty's opinion on Black Friday shopping.
For this week's Campus Insight, we asked students and faculty their opinion on Black Friday shopping.
I've noticed that lately, or more recently, sales have started earlier, closer to Thanksgiving Day rather than actual Friday. So that means you're spending less time with your family because you're going out shopping. So, you know, it kind of defeats the purpose of Thanksgiving, which I've just found it to, you know, be a little upsetting.
Usually, I really do a lot of shopping that day. Yeah, so my plan is going to Chicago and probably spend the whole night outside the outlets or Woodbury, kind of that. So, yeah, I'm so excited about that.
Well, you know, Black Friday for me is not really that big a deal because I put off shopping till, you know, like maybe the week before the holidays. I shouldn't do that, but it's just there's so many other things to think about that I have to be kind of forced into, okay, I got to buy these gifts now, and it's still too early on Black Friday.
For WMCM, this has been Katie Butson and Anna Widener.
Look for the WMCM crew around campus for a chance to have your opinions heard on next week's Campus Insight. And now here's Callahan Skogman with a review of the movie Silver Linings Playbook.
Today we'll be talking to you about one of my favorite movies of all time, Silver Linings Playbook. A David O. Russell adapted screenplay filmed under his direction, this story most certainly does not lack in compelling characters and plot structure. Audiences are taken on the journey of Pat Solentano, played by Bradley Cooper, as he tries to reconcile his relationship with his ex-wife after a brief stint in a mental institution. Pat moves in with his parents, played by Robert De Niro and Jackie Weaver, and the audience is immediately drawn into the father-mother-son dynamic that runs throughout the film. The story gets significantly more dramatic, intricate, and emotional after our introduction to Tiffany Maxwell, played by Jennifer Lawrence. A delicate and at times passionately volatile relationship begins to form between Pat and Tiffany that may end up being the only thing that keeps the two moving forward. Cooper and Lawrence deliver on their respective Academy Award performances as you feel yourself feeling the highs and lows of mental struggle and personal enlightenment. But before I give too much away, let's take a look at the trailer.
What? Hey, what's this?
Didn't tell me you took him out?
The court said yes.
Yeah, but what did the doctors say?
Can I do an interview for a school project on mental illness?
No.
I'm ready. I feel motivated. I don't feel so angry all the time.
The whole
time you're rooting for this Hemingway guy to survive the war and to be with the woman that he loves.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning, Pat.
I can't apologize. I will apologize on behalf of Ernest Hemingway, because that's who's to blame here.
Yeah, have Ernest Hemingway call us and apologize to us, too.
Pat, you have to have a strategy. I hate my illness, and I want to control it.
I hope you're okay with Veronica's sister coming over.
Tiffany and Tommy?
Just Tiffany.
What happened to Tommy?
He died.
How'd he die?
Please, don't bring it up.
Hey, Tiffany. This is Pat.
You look nice.
Thank you.
How'd Tommy die?
What meds are you on?
I used to be on lithium and Seroquel.
I was on Xanax.
You ever take Klonopin?
Klonopin.
Yeah. I guess I what?
I'm tired. I want to go. Are you going to walk me home or what?
You have poor social skills. You have a problem.
I have a problem? You say more inappropriate things than appropriate things.
Doc, she's crazy. Whoa, what the hell? She knew where I was. She followed me.
Then why don't you run somewhere else?
Calm down, crazy.
Maybe she just needs a friend.
Do you want to have dinner at this diner?
Pick me up at 7:30.
So how's your job?
I just got fired, actually.
Oh, really? How?
By having sex with everybody in the office.
Everybody?
I was very depressed after Tommy died.
We don't have to talk about it.
Thanks.
How many were there?
Oh, she's a mess. You gotta be careful. She does a lot of therapy.
I go to a lot of therapy. Am I messed up? I just gotta get a strategy, you know?
Me too.
So there's this dance thing. I can only do it if I have a partner.
Oh, I'm not gonna dance with you.
So is this the girl you wrote about?
You wrote about me?
She's fine.
She is my friend with an F.
A capital F.
She's her friend.
What are you so up about?
I'm happy. Look, I'm my best self today, and I think she's her best self, and that's a good thing.
Lost in my mind. Lost in my mind. Oh, I know you don't want to listen to your father. I don't listen to mine. When life reaches out at a moment like this, it's a sin if you don't reach back.
This is what I believe to be true. You have to do everything you can, and if you stay positive, you have a shot at a silver lining.
It's certainly a movie that I deem a must-see. It premiered in 2012, but is still affecting audiences today. Stay tuned to WMCM. Jordan Rather will be back with this weekend's weather.
How much is that doggy in the window? Hey, the big telethon's coming up again, isn't it?
Yes, it is,
That's
Rick.
right. Saturday, November 22nd. At what time?
7 p.m.
7 until 10 p.m. It's the 16th annual Cooley Region Humane Society Telethon. Is that exciting?
That is very exciting.
Tell them how exciting it is.
It's very exciting. Last year we raised over $7,000
So join us Saturday, November 22nd at 7 p.m.
for the 16th annual Cooley Region Humane Society Telethon here on KQEG.
Today's weather tonight looks very clear. Southwest winds of 6 miles per hour with a low of 8. Tomorrow's weather looks mostly sunny, south winds of 11 miles per hour and a high of 31 degrees. Saturday, it's going to be cloudy with south-southwest 10 mile per hour winds, high of 39 degrees. And Sunday, it's going to rain, 90% chance rain with a high of 44 degrees. And now here's Adam Roberts with this week's interview.
Thanks, Jordan. All right, the football season has wrapped up officially here at UW La Crosse, and as the WIAC and Division III playoffs begin, we are not going to be part of those. However, we do have a very distinguished guest in studio with us today. He is a junior transfer student from the University of Wisconsin-Madison and is our punter. Matthew Salerno joins us in studio today. Mr. Salerno, can I call you Matt?
Yeah, that's fine, you know.
Matt.
Being as we're roommates.
It is true, we are also in the same place of residence. How interesting. Matt, what inspired you to move to a Division III school from such a large and exciting environment at Madison?
Well, I don't know if a lot of it was up to me. I went to Madison my freshman year, and that was the year that Coach Bielema left and went to Arkansas, and Coach Anderson, who's there right now, came in, and with the coaching change, there was a lot of questions up in the air, and when spring came around, I was competing for a spot, and by the time the last special teams coach got there was no competition, and I had been having a problem with my hip, so I got it checked out and needed surgery, so I figured if there was ever a time to leave, it'd be now. So I left, had surgery, went to school for a year at a community college in Rochester, my hometown, and decided I wanted to play football again, and called Coach Detweiler, and he just sold me on lacrosse. It's a great school, great program, and I'm excited to be here.
What would you say is probably the biggest difference between some place like Madison and a place like lacrosse, as far as football program?
I'd say expectations. In Madison, you're expected to be perfect, and which is fine. I mean, it's a big program and done great things. Not that the expectations aren't high here. Anywhere in collegiate athletics, you're expected to do well, and I don't know, just the demand of perfection, I guess.
And to be completely honest, what was your opinion of this 3-7 season this year? What did you think about that?
Well, I guess from a punter's perspective, it was a lot of balls that didn't roll our way. We lost a lot of games that were close, and we played, the number 1 team, the number 2 team, and I think 2 or 3 other ranked teams, and I think we held our own in most of them, and sometimes it just didn't work out for the better.
Certainly playing ranked teams, and especially the number 1 and number 2 team in the same year. Florida State won't be able to say that for the college football playoffs. Now, to be frank, Detweiler has gone 13-27 since he started here in 2011. Some people have speculated his job may be on the line next year. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, I don't know anything about his job security, obviously, but I think Coach Detweiler does a great job. And off the field, he's definitely concerned about the kids, and he's a great coach to play for. Just like any struggling program, I think there's improvements to be made both from a player standpoint and a coach's standpoint. So,
I want to read off some of the statistics that are we have for you this year, and they are quite staggering. 65 punts in a 10-game season with a 36 average. You had 22 punts, inside the 20-yard line. That's tops in the WIAC. Congratulations on that. That's a wonderful statistic. But how do you improve as a player from season to season? You're going to have a lot of time between now and next summer when I believe practices start up once again. And what are you going to do in between that time to get ready?
Really, I think a lot of the improvements for the upcoming year are made in the season, because when you're playing, every game you mature a little bit, and just like when you have a job, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So, I mean, obviously we're going to lift weights, we're going to, try to bond as a team, work as a unit more, but a lot of it just has to do with being more experienced and more confident in what we're doing.
Well, you can definitely see that you've got some of that weightlifting experience going on there. For a punter, too, no offense, because I'm not going to lie, punters have gotten kind of a bad rap, especially as football's moved more to an offensive sport. The punter is kind of seen as the player. What do you think about that? What inspires you to be a punter in modern football?
I don't know what inspires me to be a punter, but I guess it's kind of an art. I'd say it's one of the most difficult positions, even more so than quarterback, because if you miss-hit the ball by, say, a centimeter, it's going to go flying to your left or your right, and the crowd's going to boo you or whatever. I'd say, as far as punters being scrawny, like you're saying, that's true, but one of my goals has been, when I'm on the field, not to be the smallest guy.
Fair enough. And actually, a little bit of a fun special teams note, guy from my hometown, his name's Zach Hinsey, hit a 61-yard field goal in a high school football playoff game, state record, and today he had 3 in the state championship game. My alma mater won 37-28.
That's great.
The Ledgers. Another question I was curious about, especially coming from someone who's from Madison, where Camp Randall is filled every single day, capacity crowd, jump around. It's a lively atmosphere. It's exciting, and we kind of have that also in Division III with Whitewater, where I believe, if I'm correct, the attendance for the lacrosse Whitewater game was over 10,000 people in a Division III football game, and it's clear that that is an exciting environment, something to be a part of. And I have to say, around here, football is kind of thought by most students as an afterthought, something that, if I'm awake at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday after I've been downtown, maybe I'll go to watch us lose by 28. I mean, how do you think, as a upperclassman player, we can sort of change the trend around here and make Is football once again something people want to go, not feel like they're forced to do?
Well, I think first of all, lacrosse has the potential to be a program that people get excited about. I mean, the school is awesome, across the town is awesome, and we have a great facility. And I think the answer to get people here is easy, and it's just to win games, just like Whitewater and Madison.
Winning games. Well, I'm very glad that we could have you in studio today, Matt. Thank you for joining us. That's all we've got for this week's interview. Stay tuned. Travis Jadell will be right back with this week's sports. But first, let's take another look at those adorable animals in need of loving homes in this week's edition of Perfect Pets.
Each week, WMCM sends out a group of students to film some of the most precious animals of the Cooley Region Humane Society in a segment we like to call Perfect Pets. Here at the shelter, we found this guy. His name is Freckles, a male white-hair terrier mix. Freckles needs a home. Meet Lavender, a 2-year-old domestic short-hair adult. This kitty needs a home. This is Zeus, a Jack Russell Terrier of 6 years and 18 pounds. Zeus needs a home. To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
Again, the number for the Cooley Region Humane Society is 781-4014. With the fall sports season wrapping up, the winter season is starting to heat up. But first, let's start with the Eagles football team. The Eagles looking to close out their season with a win in Eau Claire. The Eagles coming to the matchup with a 2-7 mark on the year. The Eagles trailed early, but that's when senior running back Ben Hertramp got rolling. A 30-yard run set up the Eagles with 1st and goal, and the Eagles were able to capitalize on a 7-yard touchdown run by Hertramp. That score gave the Eagles a 6-3 lead. Early in the second, UWL was trailing again 10-6. They turned to Hertramp, who runs a shovel pass from quarterback Andrew Thompson, 22 yards for the touchdown. That put the Eagles back on top, 12-10. The Eagles on Hertramp would not be done. They marched 98 yards, capped off by another Hertramp score. The Eagles would take a 20-10 lead into the half. The second half was a defensive battle. The teams combined for 9 punts before the Eagles' Josh Hebner picked off Mike Mernger to seal the 20-10 victory for the Eagles. Hertramp finished with a career-high 234 yards rushing to go along with 2 touchdowns. He also caught 4 passes for 32 yards and 1 score. This is Hertramp's 10 career 100-yard rushing game and finished his career with a 2,607 yards. That's enough for 6th best in school history. His performance helped him earn WEAC Offensive Player of the Week. UWL men's basketball team opened its 2014 season with a victory at NCAA Division II Winona State on Saturday afternoon. This win marks UWL's first win over Winona State since 1998. Winona State led throughout the first half, taking its biggest lead heading into half by the score of 33-21. Down by as many as 15 in the second half, the Eagles went on a 14-3 run to cut the lead to 47-43 with 6 minutes left in the game. Another UWL 11-1 run late in the second half gave the Eagles their first lead of the game, 54-51, with just over 2 minutes left in the game. Winona State would tie things up at 55 late in the game with a deep 3 with just under a minute remaining in the game. UWL converted at the free throw line late to ice the game and propel them to an 82-80 victory. The Eagles outscored the Warriors 38-22 in the second half. This includes 72% from the free throw line and 40% from three-point land. Cal Zucker led the way for the Eagles with a career-high 26 points, going 5 for 8 from behind the arc. UWL men return to action tomorrow as they face Aurora University at 6 p.m. at Carthage College. And the UWL women's basketball team also earned a victory in their home opener for the 2014-2015 season over Alverno College. The Eagles came out hot as they scored the first 9 points of the game, but Alverno would not go down that easily. They fought back to cut the Eagles' lead to just 3 with 10 minutes left in the first half. UWL would not be scared by that threat as they went on an 11-0 run to increase their lead from 3 to 14. They then added the next 10 of 11 points to bring their lead to 37-17 at the half. The second half was once again all UWL. They led as much by 41 points in the second half. The Eagles had 3 players in double figures. Sierra Watron led the Eagles with 13 points.
Jenna Anderson and Michaela Simmons each added 10 points for the Eagles, and Elise Doiner finished with 9. 13 of 14 Eagles in Saturday's contest scored. The women's team was also victorious over Simpsons College on Sunday before falling to the University of Dubuque last night by a score of 60-77. And that's all for this week's sports. So guys, what are your plans for this Thanksgiving holiday coming up?
Well, obviously, if you look at me, it's definitely going to be the eating part. I don't know, bro.
Me too. Thanks for watching this week's WMCM's Weekend Review. Make sure to join us for Saturday on the Cooley Region Humane Society Telethon on KQEG Channel 23, Charter Channel 5, and UWL Campus Channel 6.